Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game, Creation Tool. That time it wasn't on purpose saying it like that, the first time was. Anyway, we're trying to make a little game here. Not going to be a great game, not something that you'd actually want to play. I just want to show off what it's actually like creating a game with the first RPG Maker on PlayStation. So, something I forgot whenever we were creating our town, by the way, a very important thing to do, we need to actually name the town, so we're just going to go ahead and call this Town of Town. There. Also, kind of want a song for it, so let's go ahead and... yeah, we'll go with that song. By the way, I changed the editor theme just so we have a different editor theme. Anyway, let's go ahead and get back into eventing. Because when we last left off, I was getting ready to do some of it, and thankfully, RPG Maker, when it comes to scripting, it's not actual scripting. You have a bunch of options to already choose from, which is nice. So the first thing I need to do here is actually explain one very important option right here, switching. This option here is basically what keeps track of somebody's progress in your game. Best way to explain it is with actual switches. So for this script we're going to say that switch 1 is being turned on, and we'll actually make this a switch. So let's see here. There we go. And we'll make it... we'll go with a blue switch. Oh wait, we want to turn it on. Which way is going to be on? We'll just say pulling it down is on. So one thing we want to make absolutely sure of, by the way, we're going to set it to check so that we don't bump into it in order to flip it. That would be weird. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and add a page, because events can have multiple pages, and the point of that is sometimes you want an event to do something else or to look different under certain circumstances. For example, on this page, the switch would be flipped. And down here, this is where the conditions come into play. We have various options over here, so let's see here. So what we want to do is have the condition that switch 1 is turned on. So that means that when we interact with this, switch 1 will turn on and it'll automatically switch to this page. And then over here we could have it turn switch 1 off, and then it'll move over to the first page. But just to make it a little bit more interesting, we're going to go ahead and have a guy standing right here. Let's create a guy on the second page, and he's only there if switch 1 is on. So we'll go ahead and let's go ahead and make it this guy right here. We'll go ahead and leave him his normal color. And move type, we'll just have him kind of step in place. So let's go ahead and do a test play. This option here is obviously for test playing your game. So here we are in a moment. There we go. I have control of the game I'm creating for the first time. So before we flip this switch, I just want to go over a couple of things. Obviously, you have various directions that you can walk. Normally, when you bump into stuff, you can't actually walk into it, but RPG Maker has a handy function in test play where if you hold the circle button, you can basically walk over everything. It is kind of handy. Now then, let's go ahead and flip the switch. So I'm going to flip it on, and that makes this guy appear. Flip it off. Now the guy's gone. I feel kind of sorry for him. His entire existence is dependent on whether this is turned on or not. Poor guy. Actually, you know what else I should have done? I should have put a sound effect on this switch. So, by the way, in order to get out of test play, let me go ahead and show you what the deal is there. There's a shortcut command that you have to press start select L1 and R1. That's the only way to get out of test play. You'd think that they would have provided an option in a menu or something, but no, that's how they decided to handle it. So just for funsies, let's go ahead and put a sound effect on the Switch. Boy, there's a lot of sound effects to choose from. You know what? Just so we don't have to continue searching, I'll settle for that. It's a dog barking. Sort of. And I'll also put that at the other place here, so there we go. Now, what else can we do? How about we do something about this building over here? Because there you've got a door and it's sitting open all the time. That's kind of not great. So let's go ahead and give them a door. So there's 127 possible objects. Big ones and small ones included, including doors. So let's go ahead and find that one that I was going to use. Where was it? I think I passed it up. No, I haven't passed it up. Apparently this door is separate from the others. Actually, that's not the one I wanted to use. I actually wanted to kind of use... I guess a regular wooden door will work. We'll set it on that side. And I'm actually going to do something kind of special with this door. We're going to make it so that you need a key in order to open it. So from here, I'm going to go into the item editor. And we're going to go ahead and create our first item. And we're going to make it a key. We got plenty of item options. In fact, we can have up to 250 items in your game. So the first one we're going to do is a key. So we're going to make it key A, and that'll be door A. And we'll just give this a simple name. As for all of these other options, we don't want to drop the key, that would be bad. We don't want to sell the key, that would be bad. And the rest of this stuff, let's go ahead and have it break when you use it, because that's totally how keys work, right? Right. And now we'll go ahead and go over to the guy we created, and when he's around, he's going to give you a key. In fact, I think I'm going to give him a little bit of story. So we're going to create a message. So let's see here. This curse key made me here imagine creating an entire RPG like this. Also, probably would help if I did that. RPG Maker sadly does not have automatic word wrap. Let's give him a little bit more feeling with that. And we'll create a sound effect. There we go. And we'll have it give you the key. And just so that he is no longer tied to that switch, we'll turn him to switch 2, so that from here on, he's always around. So that'll give us the key. And then here we have this door. We'll go ahead and have it start when we use key A. And that'll allow the door to open. So let's see here. Sound effect. Oh boy. We'll go with that sound effect. Choosing a sound effect is certainly time consuming. Eventually you memorize where the sound effect you want is, but it's kind of been a while since I've actually used this. Alright, from here we're going to change the event graphic. We're going to do that door that I found earlier. That would be right there. We'll have it changed to that. And you know what? Since we are having it changed to that, I suppose that means we don't actually need this particular door here. It is kind of taking up a little bit of memory. We're using up 608 memory right now on this map. So what I'm going to do is... where is the individual pieces for the thatch? There we go. Oh, gotta remove the door piece first. There we go, and then down here was the balcony pieces somewhere. Yes. So now we're using up 602 memory. So what this should mean here... we flip the switch. We bump into the guy instead of interact with him because I forgot to change that. And now that we got the key, that means he's no longer disappearing. You know what I should also do though, since the key is kind of a cursed key, we should make it so that flipping the switch makes us disappear. Maybe in a little bit. Maybe. So from here we go into the item menu and use that. No, but that kind of causes an issue, doesn't it? First off, we used up our key, but the door did not stay open. That's because as soon as the script ended, it reverted to its original state. So in order to fix that, what I would have to do is go to event status and set unable to execute. That basically locks the event in its current state. That said, we're not actually going to be using that particular option because we are going to go inside the house. So how about we go ahead and create a little bit of a house now. Also, hello there. Is Daz Verence? Welcome to my stream. I am celebrating 10 years of making Let's Plays and streams by showing off how it's like to make a game using RPG Maker on the PlayStation, because I've done a lot of RPG Maker playthroughs. So we'll go ahead and create a map inside. We won't spend too much time on this one. We'll go ahead and create a wooden house. So let's see here. Go with this. And I think I'll have a little bedroom right here. So I'll go ahead and kind of... yeah, we'll set it there. This'll kind of do. There's our house. And I'm personally not a huge fan of seeing the outside walls, so we'll get rid of those. The entrance will kind of be right here. And I'm going to turn off the auto fix real quick, which is L2, so that I can do this and not have do that weird thing where it was the edges. And from here, there's some pieces down here that go in a gap like this. This is going to be a walkable space, the exit to the house. And we'll go ahead and put in a floor. Let's do parts 2 for that, go faster that way. Assuming we can find the floor pieces again. Okay, floor pieces, where are you? There you are. I'm not entirely sure why there's 2 identical pieces here. It's kind of weird. And let's see here. What do I want to do? I want a bed first off. So here's the person's bed right here. And we're going to put a dresser. But that's kind of taking up too much space. So what I'm going to do is set the dresser out here. slice off the right side and then cut and paste the half of the dresser there. And they're going to have a window. Where is the windows? There's the windows right there. And a couple of more for good measure. And from here, they're going to have a bookshelf because why not? And a table. Let's go ahead and give them a table. Now here's a weird thing about RPG Maker, by the way. We go over here, there's going to be chairs somewhere. Here we are, here's the chairs. So I'm going to put a couple of chairs around the table. And there we go. Now, you might be wondering, Dragon, why are you putting chairs that all face the same direction? Well, that's all I can do. RPG Maker does not give you chairs that face any other direction. It's the weirdest thing. I don't get it. It's so weird. Let's see here. And put a phone on their table. Because you can have telephones, so why not? No, but that creates a little bit of a problem. It replaces the table. We can't be having that now, can we? I'm gonna have to do kind of something different about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the event editor, and I am going to, I should probably actually, first things first, give this place a name. We'll call it House. And it's going to have the same song that's playing in the rest of the town. There we go. So, let's go ahead and we're going to place a telephone on there by creating an event. Because that is basically how you get objects on top of objects. You gotta make it an event. Now, where was the telephone? I think I'm really near it somewhere. I think. There it is. And the advantage of this is we can actually change this color if we want. So we'll make it a green telephone. Now, back to the town of town. We want this to take us inside the building. So we're going to have it put us right here. What you don't want to do is put it right there, because then that means that you get inside, and if you want to walk out, I'm going to have to step up and back down. You don't want to do that. So we'll go ahead and put that there. Meanwhile, inside the House of House, we're going to go ahead and not have a graphic. We're going to have it send us outside. So that should be good. Now we need to do something about things that happen inside the building. So I'm going to do two things here. First, I'm going to create a door over here. For whatever reason, this person decided to have a jail cell door for their bedroom door. But at least it's a pretty one. It's a golden one. And then, anytime you... Let's see, do we want to touch it or check it? We'll have us check it. So anytime we interact with it, we're going to have it open. So we'll change the event graphic to that. And we'll have this unable to execute, so it remains open once we open it. And I won't worry about a sound effect this time. That kind of takes a little bit too much time. Now then, I kind of want to do a little bit of something here. So, we're going to have a cutscene of sorts. So we're going to start by creating a girl we kind of need to save. We'll just have her sitting here. She's going to have blue hair. Guess why not? And she is being robbed by a pirate kind of guy. There he is. So that's him. So we need a cutscene to happen in this building as soon as we enter it. For that we need something called an intro event. This is something that happens the moment you enter the map. You don't have as many options for this because this is basically to get stuff started. So what I need to do here is take over to the pirate guy. No, actually, we'll take over to the girl. So when we enter the place, let's see here. We'll have the camera move up a couple of spaces starting off. So change screen, shift it up by 3. And we'll have a message saying, yeah, let's do this. And he'll just be all, I am... If I put much more than this, it's going to take forever, so little dialogues for this particular demonstration. I am robbing you. And we can't have that, so let's go ahead and bring the screen back. Now let's see here. We're going to kind of want to move 3 spaces and then 1 to the right. So let's get us moving. So, well, we do have the option of moving to a specific point, but I think what that would do is it would have us walk to the right first, because it tends to go with the shortest direction first and then the longer direction. So let's see here, up 4 and right to the 1. Up 4 and move to the right 1, and then have us face up. Hello there, Linku-senpai! Welcome to my stream, and thanks for the little follow. That is super duper appreciated. So let's see here. I'm creating a little cutscene here. So our character just went up there. I'm going to have a different text message this time. We're going to use a message on the main character. What this is going to do is it's going to create a little text bubble. Text bubbles can't have much dialogue, but we can be all screech, and that'll be kind of good enough. And then this will get the attention of the person we're saving and stuff. So we're going to have the girl face down, and then we're going to move over to the guy and have the guy face down. And he'll just look right at us for a second, and he'll be all, let's see here. Oh, no, a monkey. And then from here, he's going to run through the wall. That's what we're going to have him do. Run through the wall. Starting with a sound effect. This sound effect, I actually know what one I want to use. That one right there, but we're actually going to speed it up. That is slowed down. Let's go back to speed up. We'll have him move up a couple of spaces into the wall really fast. These options here, by the way, these are basically like if you want a character to move without changing direction or walking animation. Could also have them blink in a direction. But no, we're going to have him quickly move up a couple of spaces. And let's see here. From here, what we need to do is we need to create a hole in the wall. A comedically interesting hole in the wall. So we'll go ahead and start off by creating an event with no graphic first off. We'll have it kind of take over to that event. because as soon as this event triggers, we need it to change into a hole in the wall. So let's go ahead and right here. This will be our hole in the wall. And we kind of want that thing to be facing upward. So face up. And then from here we're going to want to take over back to the other guy, so we'll create an extra page on his event, and this page will have no graphic on it. And what I'm going to do once I take over to that extra one is I'm going to have it walk up one more space, because here's the situation when it comes to events. If they are on top of each other, there's kind of some interference, and if you try interacting with an event that's on top of another, there's no guarantee it'll work. So that's why I'm having that thing move up another space. So let's go ahead and see how this actually looks so far. And I'll show off another handy-dandy feature while we're at it. So first we're going to do our thing to make this guy appear. Get a key from this guy. And one handy feature for test play, exclusive to test play, is the quick save option. I create that, and that means that anytime I come over here and hit resume, it'll bring me right to where I left off. Very handy. So from here, let's go ahead and see how this looks, shall we? Camera moves up, a little bit of dialogue. Screech! Oh no, a monkey! Oh, I almost forgot about that. It's a good thing we're test playing, because obviously that kind of reset, and we didn't want that to reset. So, let's see here. We also kind of want a sound effect whenever he hits the wall, don't we? So let's go ahead and do that real quick. And sound effect. Where's sound effect again? We'll go with that sound effect. And just real quick, from here, what I'm going to want to do is take over to the girl. So from there, we will go ahead and take over to the girl. She's going to move down a space. Look at us. And be all... Let's see here. Girl? My hero. And a little smooch. That's right, kiss the monkey. And you know what? I'm gonna have a little bit of fun in a moment. So we're gonna go into the next episode break, because I kind of could use one. And I'm gonna have a little bit of magical nonsense happen thanks to the kiss. I'm sure you can probably guess what that magical nonsense is going to be. Or maybe not. I do have another option that I just thought of. I'll decide whether I'll do it after the break.